How's it going, everybody? I'm Dark Supersonic, and welcome to a brand new reaction that we'll do. Well, this one's going to be a horror reaction that we've never done in our lives. So today we'll begin reacting to top 22 gaming creepypastas. I think you've heard about this one. The original video right in the description below. So leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And without further ado, let's get straight into the reaction in 3, 2, 1.
This video contains flashing lights,
TXT, right at the beginning. I can see you right there. I beat Sonic TXT actually in the
jump
game.
Scares, pop-ups, and sudden loud
I never
noises.
scared about that.
Viewer discretion advised.
Alright, here we go.
Ever since video gaming became popular in the 70s and 80s, there have been creepy occurrences, hoaxes, glitches, and finally,
I reacted this one before,
creepypastas
but
about
now I
the
have to
strange realm
remake
of
it.
video games. They have been around for a long time, and no matter how much we say it's just a game,
from Minecraft,
it still
Tales
finds a
Doll.
way to creep themselves
The theater I
back
played it.
and present us with an
what's the point of it?
unnerving experience after the game
Sonic
is turned
TXT, I
on.
finally beat you.
Now,
Pokemon,
we are giving you our
I
list
played the Emerald
of
version.
the top 22 gaming creepypastas.
Alright, let's do this. Top 22 creepypastas, and let's go. 22.
Unknown format.
I never know about this one. I tried to download it, but I don't
Unknown
know.
format is a creepypasta, which is about how the player rips his friend's game collection and uses a torrent to download and mount the games. However, when he switches
Star
the
Fox
computer
Japanese.
to a Japanese language, all the games he plays turns into a nightmarish vision of their former selves.
Nightmare Visions, yeah.
To top it off, this gameplay causes the player to start going insane by some of the imagery that is in place in the story. This may not be the most famous or popular creepypasta you can find, but in my opinion, it's told in a new perspective that is not commonly used in creepypastas, and that is what makes it so perfectly haunting.
Yeah.
JVK
This one, I don't know, how can I find this
.esp.
thing?
JVK is a creepypasta based on the game Morrowind. According to this creepypasta, if you start the game, it will crash.
I mean, some of them
so you need
talk
to
about
load
it
it up in
comments,
DOSBox.
but there is
When you
the
launch
game
the
got
exe,
even
you'll
deleted.
start off in a new game where all the main characters have been killed, causing the game to be unbeatable.
Why it got deleted, but you know.
As you wander around the
sometimes
sandbox,
it happens.
you'll notice a weird
Anyways.
in-game creature called the Assassin that follows the player, watching you and doing generally creepy things. If you stand idle, you'll lose health, and during the whole duration of the game, you will constantly be losing health. Once the player is dead,
Oh yeah, thank you
it's
for
said that the
1,100
assassin
followers
crawls
on
all over the
TikTok. I
player's
really appreciate
body
it.
and lets out a menacing screech.
Sorry, I was just
The
opening
Hall
the video.
of Tortured Souls.
The Hall of Tortured Souls.
From as far back as the early 90s,
I don't know how to
development
find this
teams
one.
at Microsoft have been slipping
Actually.
Easter eggs into their software.
I don't know how to find it.
Microsoft Office is very notable
So-
for this. In the 97 edition, a rudimentary
Yeah.
flight simulator, pinball game, and Magic 8 Ball were hidden inside of Excel, Word, and Access, respectively. Then there's Excel 95, whose developers hid a creepy maze game called
Yeah, I'm
the
so
Hall
sorry.
of Tortured
The Hall
Souls.
of Tortured Souls. Yeah, I tried to
title
find that,
alone
but
would be
it
bad
didn't
enough,
work. So
But they went
yeah.
further with the addition of low-resolution shots
sorry, I
of
was
the
just
dev
opening
team,
TikTok.
plastered against garish red
Alright,
walls.
back to the reaction. Trust me, I just watched that. This one's very boring to me, to be fair.
Super Mario 64.
Super Mario 64
Damned.
Damned. I played the
Super
Mario
Mario
64
64
Nintendo,
Damned
in
is your
NES
standard
64,
creepy
but
Mario
not
pasta,
that kind of version.
with a few
I don't
things
know
done right
why they
and
put it
a
as
little
like
differently.
pasta.
Basically, as the story goes,
I mean,
the player
come on,
goes to
guys,
the
it's a
local game
plumber,
store,
that's what he
and out of a
is.
pure nostalgia rush,
But I never
he
thought
tries
he
to
was
get a
gonna have him
Nintendo
in this
64
game.
and a few
I
games
have
for it.
no idea.
However, when he goes to buy it, the game owner gives it
Oh
to
yeah,
them
and you're
for
all
free
wondering
due to the
why he's
complaints
not
the
here.
old owners
Well,
gave
let's
him
just
about
say
the
that
game.
he's so busy for making
They then head
TikTok
home and
videos.
play it, and the creepy
yeah.
and gruesome events unfold.
18.
Luna game.
Oh my god.
Our brony
Okay,
viewers may know about this
so
one.
any
The Luna game
single
is a download that was uploaded
freaking
by an
creepypasta
unknown
games like
individual
Luna Game
to the
and
popular
Sonic
fan site
PC
Equestria
and
Daily.
the others.
When it was
I'm gonna
uploaded,
send
it
it
got a
right
rather
in the
fast
description below.
reaction
The one
to
that
its
I
scary
played,
jump scare content. It was
not the
taken down rather quickly.
GBK and unknown format.
This led
And I
to
mean the whole
EQD's
Tortured
new
Souls.
standard for submission. However, the damage was done, and the bronies who played
Yep,
are
it
already
happens to me and you're
scarred from
remembered
the tormented soul of Apple Bloom
in
that
the
appears in the final splash
video.
page. Since the creation of
Yeah,
Luna
the
Game,
end is near.
there have been several more that have been released,
Wait,
but none
I don't remember
have
this
the
part.
initial scare factor that the first one had to offer.
You're not creepy at all. 17. Let's see.
Hero Brian.
Oh you guys. I know he's a
Herobrine,
creepypasta, but he's not
also
that kind
known
of creepy.
as him,
I mean,
is
Herobrine
believed
is
to be the
the
ghost
most
of
easiest
Minecraft
creepypasta
creator
that
Notch's brother.
none of the
Pictures
people
of
they can
Herobrine
just
began
scared
popping
of,
up
like
in the late summer
PewDiePie,
of
Markiplier,
2010.
Jackai,
The most well-known and most common
and the
rendition of
others.
the rumor
and
is that a
especially Terminator
gamer,
Raptors.
while in single player, found an NPC with a default skin,
Anyways,
but with
yeah,
white
I
eyes.
played Pocket
Following the
Edition,
encounter,
and I originally built
strange
a lot of
occurrences started
houses.
happening in this game.
So if you
such
saw
as
my
man-made
TikTok
objects appearing that he
Minecraft
did not
videos,
create.
let's just
Trees
say
missing
that you're
their
gonna
leaves,
see
perfect
buildings
2x2
that I just
tunnels
built in my
underground,
world.
lit with
Well,
redstone
that was the
torches,
flat world that
and
I'm just
pyramids
like,
of
you
sand
know,
in the ocean.
building it. So
Soon enough,
yeah.
more and more Herobrine pictures were appearing on forums. Pretty soon,
Where am I just
Notch tweeted about the
building
subject
those?
saying,
And how did I get the ideas
Herobrine
for how
isn't
am I gonna
real
build
in
those?
any way.
You know that there is a
No, I never
YouTuber
had
that
a
I just
brother.
watching him
Well, there's
when
a
I was
half-brother
like,
that I never met.
I think when I was
But
like 16
he's not
years
in
old.
the game.
I think.
That seemed to raise
And
further
now I am
questions, and more
19.
Herobrine
I'm
pictures
becoming 19
continued
years
to
old.
appear afterwards.
I
The game
know.
developers even made
So,
a joke out of it.
I am 19
and
years
added,
old. Shadow is
"Removed
like,
Herobrine
yeah, removed
at the
Herobrine.
end of some of
Anyways,
the game's
Shadow is
patch notes.
18
We will
and
never know if Herobrine
well,
is a lost soul stuck in a
Android,
video game
he's
or a hoax,
17.
but it keeps us
So
interested.
he's a little younger than Shadow for like a year. And Shadow is younger than me for a year. And Android is, yeah, 2 years. So, yeah. I'm truly getting a lot bored when I'm just watching this video. I don't know why.
Pokemon Buried
Pokemon
Alive.
Buried Alive.
Buried
Never
Alive
found
is a
this one.
supposed hidden
Never,
code in the
in my
original
whole life.
Pokemon Red and Blue
But I
versions.
think I'm gonna
It replaces
try to search
Cubone's
for
mother
this
as the
one,
boss of
and then
Pokemon
I'm gonna
Tower
try to
in
find it,
Lavender
but I
Town.
don't
A battle
have
would
a PC,
commence
so
and show a
that's the
horrific
problem.
model of a rotting
need to fight
corpse
Pokemon and zombie.
reaching out of the ground. Buried Alive uses
That's
a number
weird.
of high levels, so the battle
Oh,
can be
Mewtwo.
extremely tough.
Oh yeah, Shadow
If the
vs.
player
Mewtwo in
loses
Death
the
Battle.
battle against Buried Alive, he will exclaim
Wait,
about
how come
raw
it's
meat,
supposed to-
followed by several lines of
Meat?
gibberish before
What does that
proceeding
mean?
to drag the player underground with him. The game over screen
Oh
shows
my
Buried
God,
Alive
killing
holding
the
the
player.
dead corpse of the player.
Game over as well. Is that his words? Damn. I like the way that he's holding the player. 15.
The Theater.
The theater, yeah, I played this one. I think you've seen the video.
The game in question is indeed called The Theater, and was developed by a company
The Theater I
called
just completed.
Selena Software.
Because it just like,
This company made learning
you know,
software,
it's like,
so The Theater was probably
the
meant
version
to
of
be
it, I
some
think I
sort
have
of
the newest
educational
version of the
entertainment
theater.
game.
of
The
the,
game was
the
obviously
2019
never
update,
finished.
I think.
Probably
That was
from
the
the
last
lack of
update
funding or the whole
that
company
Theater
going
had.
under.
I can't,
Players
they
talked
can't
about this
return
game
the old
coming out
version
at
of,
around
and I
the same
mean,
time
they
as
can't
Doom.
return this version.
Back in 1993,
They just update the
just
version
like
and then they
Killswitch,
put it,
it was
the
very
same as my
obscure
video.
and very hard to find,
So yeah.
And those who did have it denied playing it due to the disturbing nature of the game. There was also a few bootleg copies, but none were like the original claims. The game was set in a first-person
over and over
perspective,
again.
with flat sprites in a
happens.
3D environment that was extremely
happens.
glitchy. The original idea was to select a movie from the posters on the wall.
Oh yeah, obviously
Enter
I'm
the
gonna
theater
remake the
and play
theater
an
video.
in-game. But what's described
yeah.
in the story is what happens if you don't select a movie. If you continue to enter the theater without choosing a movie,
Oh yeah, my TikTok is
sometimes creepy
my
things
TikTok
will
account is
happen.
right in the description below,
glitching
by the way.
past mini games like this causes
You can follow
barriers
me.
to reach values that
Yeah,
weren't
I'm not
meant to,
scared about this
resulting
guy.
in things appearing
swirly
where
man.
they shouldn't. It is a very well-written
Hey,
pasta,
look, it's jumping
and
around.
we suggest you give it a listen or a read.
Then a brick wall. See, I know about this video. I watched it like a couple of times. 14. Let's see which one.
Kill
Kill
switch.
switch. Ooh. Yeah. I'd
Kill
probably
switch
find
is
kill
different
switch.
from your
They
standard creepypasta
delete the
in the
bit-
sense that you
the
can't
game,
reproduce
actually.
it
They
and
delete
you
it
can't
all.
play it, but it's still pretty damn
So
scary.
I can't get it.
Kill
at
switch,
all.
according to the pasta, was made by a small Czech company called Carvina Corporation. As soon as the game was
Oh,
completed,
goddammit, I
it
dropped my
erased
pen.
itself, so it couldn't be played again.
Anyways.
On top of that, there were only 5,000
So yeah, this is a
copies
weird
ever made,
game
so the game
that
is
I've
non-existent
Try to
nowadays.
find it.
The game sounds
And I
rather
think the
fun
next
with
one
your
will be Fallout
choice
3 number
of two
station,
different
I
characters
think.
to lead through a haunted mine
Can't
that just so
remember
happens
because
to
of
be
the
infested
numbers.
with the dead. But sadly, this
Like,
pasta
number
is
1 is
simply
Ben
not true.
Drowned. Number 2, I
It was
can
extremely
remember,
well
I
written
think
by
it
a
was
professional
Skill's
writer
Doll,
with a tiny link
or I
to her
think it's
site
someone
on the
else.
Creepypastas page.
And then there's Sonic DXC and others. Anyways.
Fallout
13.
3
Yep, Fallout
Number
3
Station.
number station. Knew it.
The Fallout 3
Well,
number
it's
station
very,
is a
very hard to
creepypasta
find Fallout
about
3
one
number
of the
station.
number stations in the game.
And I mean at
On
the
this
original
station,
Fallout
the
3.
voice actor of the radio station host,
It's so hard to
3
find. So
is heard
yeah.
reciting strange numbers and sentences, such as, "Have you watched my YouTube videos
Then I'm
yet?
gonna
I
doing
uploaded myself
use-based
kicking
video
bombs in
in
the
my
nuts," followed by the
my
numbers
channel.
2, 4, 1,
Subscribe to my
6,
channel, by the way.
1, 2,
When we're reaching into
2,
300
4,
subscribers.
2, 0, 1, 2.
I know it will be
Other
insane, but
sentences
hey,
said things like,
we're just reaching
"The
into
Queen
like
has died today.
260, so
The world
we
mourns.
have to be reaching into
As on days like
300,
these, we are all Brits," followed
making
by
it way more better.
4,
You know what I
2,
mean?
3, 1, 9,
Besides
2,
the numbers
0,
of Fallout 3.
4. When looking at the numbers closer,
yeah.
it is shown that they are all actually dates.
The
most
1205
unnerving
20
about
May
this is
2010.
12055528
Yep.
2010
1205 28
1205
2010. Knew it.
28th
Bingo.
2010. The date
Alright.
and time of the death of Gary Coleman.
The date and time of the death.
What does this
Of
mean
whatever.
about the other numbers?
I just feel so bored, that's all. I mean, I'm
It
not
seems
scared of this video. The
only
first time that I
time
just watched it,
will
I
tell.
got of it so scared and it gave me a lot of nightmares. But now, nah.
Misfortune.gb.
Misfortune.gb, well, this game,
Misfortune.gb is about a haunted game
no one
for the 1989 Game Boy.
can find
The
it.
story behind the game
Either me, I
is
can't
rather
find
vague.
this game.
You play the part
I mean,
of
I
a
know it
little
looks like a
boy
Pokemon
wandering
game,
around
but
in a gothic
not
building.
like that.
While in the building, the player meets a strange being
But like,
who is
look,
implied
it
to
became
be the
having
devil
a
himself.
little thing
When the
that
player
could be
meets this
flying.
creature, a
like,
text box appears
this guy.
that says,
This guy has no god, actually. There was a notification.
you're given the option
Alright.
to choose yes or no. And if you pick yes, then the creature responds with,
Yeah. Choose wrong, and
you
then
will eventually come
yeah.
across a room containing 4 small cabins. And
And
in
it
this room, a
appears
text box will
with
appear
the I
that
am God
says,
here. So he chose that one. So, one of those 3.
if the player chooses the
Yeah,
wrong
one of
cabin,
those
the
3
screen
that
will
he
cut
doesn't
to
get
black,
into them.
and then a high
One of
resolution
them
picture
could be
of
the
the
exit.
creature will
Or,
appear
I mean, one of them could
above
be
a
a safe
text
place.
box that
I am
reads,
God here. Yeah. Whatever.
Many who have played this game have suffered from depression,
I mean,
become jittery in everyday
I
life.
really don't care about this video.
even
I don't know why I
suicide.
react to it, but I'm just
People
saying I
say
have to
that the
remake
game is
it,
still
so I don't have
available
any
through the
choice.
internet. You can go ahead and play it if you
I can't even
want.
feel myself. I can't feel
At your own
scared. I
risk,
can't
of
feel
course.
happy. I can't feel anything. I feel like I'm empty. I don't know why. Number 11.
Tails Doll Curse.
Tails Doll, yeah, I knew it.
The Tails Doll is a mythical
We all know
demonic
about
being
Tails Doll.
that holds many gamers
From Sonic
in its
R.
grip of fear. For
And
those
then
who
you can
don't
stand
know,
the jump scare that'll be
the
going to happen.
Tails Doll is a hidden character in the video game Sonic R,
I know about it.
an installment of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise created by Sega Enterprises.
Okay, I watched like a lot of
Sonic
animations
R
about
was the only game
that
that
it called
ever
Animal
had the
Crossing New
Tails Doll in
Horizon.
it.
That was
The
from
Tails
Nintendo
Doll
Switch, so
looks
I just
somewhat
said that
different
this
than its
game,
origin.
I played it
is, of
with my
course,
sister,
a
and I got
doll
an
with a
account
red gem
on
affixed to
Nintendo
its
Switch,
forehead.
but I don't get the whole
Supposedly,
account because, you
the
know,
curse
I have
of the Tails Doll
buy it,
is
so
that
I
if you
can't.
beat Sonic R
Anyways.
completely, the Tails
So then
Doll
I
will jump
originally
out of your
going to
TV
Tom Nook and
or
try to doing
spontaneously
stuff that
appear
he just
and
wants to,
kill
and then
you.
I built myself a house.
Frequently, the
Trust me, it's
song
not that
Can You
easy.
Feel the
Anyways,
Sunshine
so then I built
in
myself a
reverse,
house, and
composed by Richard
it looks
Chase
small, but
and sung by
you know.
T.J. Davis,
At
appears
least
in
I just
accounts
built a
of
house,
the
that's the
doll.
important thing.
If you take one step
So then now
deeper
I have
into the
to
rumor than
doing
the
the bells and
surface of a
stuff.
creepy tale,
Yeah,
you will discover that you have found an urban legend.
None of those characters are real, actually. None of them, to be fair.
Pokemon Creepy Black.
Pokemon Creepy Black.
This creepypasta is about a bootleg Pokemon
I
game.
can't find
When
it.
starting
like,
up the game,
so
nothing seems to be out of
ridiculous
the
to find
ordinary.
it.
You get
the
your
story,
typical
I like it,
Professor Oak speech,
kind of,
name
not that
yourself,
much.
and then go
I mean, it
to
looks like
Oak's
the
lab to
original
get your
Pokemon,
first
but there
Pokemon.
is a Pokemon
Instead of just
that
Bulbasaur,
I don't know if
Charmander, and
there's
Squirtle,
anyone-
the player has the option to
anyone
pick
who
a
plays
fourth
Pokemon,
Pokemon
could
called
be
Ghost.
having this.
Ghost is only level
Well-
1, with one move, Curse.
Tell me, everyone.
The sprite
Have
of
you ever seen
Ghost
this
is
Pokemon
also
before?
the same sprite as the ghosts you would
Comment
normally
down
see in
below.
Lavender Town. When going into battle with Ghost, no Pokemon could attack it. The game would say
So
that they were too
Ghost
scared to
having
move.
only
When
one
Ghost
move,
would use
and that
Curse,
move is
the screen would
cursed.
go black and the cry of your opponent's Pokemon
So,
would be heard.
Curse can be like
When
killing
the battle screen would
Pokemon
return,
forever.
the defending
But not at
Pokemon
all.
would be gone,
He
implying
can
it had
also
died.
kill the player.
Once the player defeated the Elite
And
Four,
then he can be
the
out of
game would
control.
fast forward many years later
So
to
then he
an
can be
old
fighting
man
an old
in Lavender
man.
Town, which is supposedly an older version
And
of
then
the player.
it could be.
The game would then enter
try to
battle
be
mode,
instant to
where the
be
player
having
must
thing.
fight with
But
Ghost.
then Ghost, it could
Ghost
be
would
killing the
eventually
player
win,
as well.
killing the player. The game would then shut itself off and reset.
Just like Death Battle, Pinkie Pie versus Deadpool, and everything out of control, and then they go in the real world. Same as happened in Pokemon
NES
Black.
Godzilla.
What is this? NES Godzilla.
It details the events of what
Dark Flame
happens to
he
a
played it.
Godzilla fan who happened to gain a
I'm gonna
copy
send
of
the
NES
video right in the
Godzilla.
description below.
The
So,
story
yeah.
begins with the player explaining how he recently
I
bought
mean,
an NES and was looking
The
for a
game
copy
was
of Godzilla to
glitching like
relive some
very,
nostalgic
very badly,
memories.
and he
As he
and
recalls his
Dark Flame
accounts of the
can't
game,
even control it.
The story
like, to be
goes
fair,
from some odd experiences
he broke
to
the
a
whole game,
truly
and then
unnerving
we
tale.
can't like continuing
Throughout
going
his
in other
experience,
levels.
he
can't.
screenshots every creepy image that the game has to offer.
I tried to do
such
it.
as
He
weird
tried to
and
do it.
creepy
Everyone tried to
looking
do it
enemies.
on.
The
here.
story even goes so
But
far to
nothing
say
happened.
that he ended up putting it on eBay, and it's somewhere
Notification.
out there
Messages.
where someone now can even play
Sorry about the
this
notifications. I don't
disturbing
know if you
game.
can hear them. Anyways, number 8. What do you have?
Evil Auto
Evil
Berserk.
Auto Berserk. Well, this
In the
game
1980s,
never,
there was
ever
an
in my
arcade
whole life
cabinet
tried to be
called
fine with
Berserk.
this.
It was made and spawned a bit of controversy. Apparently,
So,
2
if
people
it's
died
in-
at the ripe young ages
Oh shit.
after
So if it's
experiencing
in
heart
like
attacks.
an APK game,
This, of course, was after they
then
were able
that's
to
good.
post their high
I can
scores.
just download it from my
in the
phone,
game cabinet.
but I don't have storage.
Now, as the story goes,
Why? Because,
Otto is one of the most
whole
evil
story got
characters
wasted
in gaming
by,
history, as named by several
by
different
Minecraft
sites.
and
This is due
other
to the fact that
games.
he watches the player die with a smile on his face.
So yeah.
However, Otto got his name from one of the developer's bosses, which is Otto, who used to chew
The video
people
looks
out on the
pretty
job
boring, to be fair.
with a
I'm so sorry. The
shit-eating
video looks
grin on
very,
his
very
face still. Now, whether this cabinet is cursed, or if it's just coincidence, Berserk and Evil Otto has made its mark on creepy gaming history.
Number 7.
Mario.
I played this Super Mario World.
Mario
This one's a Super
is a
Mario World, actually.
creepypasta about a
Not
strange
like,
hack
kinda,
that is
Mario.
completely
So
surrounded
anyways,
in
I played the
mystery,
Super Mario World.
even
I mean,
to this day.
a complete bunch
The
of
first
stuff in
user
it.
to
Like
try
I go
it
to the
reported that
fourth
the
castle.
compressed RAR file, simply named
still not
Mario,
complete
was
it
very
yet.
limited.
But if you want me to do
He
a
found
video
a
on it, I
text
can do it.
file
Go
with
ahead.
nothing but nonsensical characters and a
Anyways,
single repeated phrase, "Find me."
Taxa said find
The
me.
game itself
Why you
was
said
not in a
that?
format that was available to play.
I mean,
After
I know
some
Mario is a plumber,
adjustments,
but not that kind of
he
creepy.
managed to explore the chilling tale. When he started playing, he noticed some things
Find
out
the
of the
castle, yeah.
ordinary. For example, the opening message was altered.
Come on,
There was no
He's a
enemies in
plumber.
sight, and no
kind of
music
think
was
that beginning
playing.
to happen.
While going through the levels, each one became less colorful, and message boxes quoting spiteful messages about Mario appeared.
Yeah, it
Many
looks
have
normal to me.
speculated that the end of the short
I
title
mean, nothing
is a
special on it.
representation of Mario's
Sorry
suicide
to be rude,
and
Nintendo
descent
fans, but
into a hell of his own making.
either the Sega
in
fans,
all,
they get it.
It makes for an unnerving experience. When a player beat one of the castles, a message appeared, highlighting some
I
gruesome
mean, I like the
details about a
classic
certain
one
victim.
of
But the
of
nightmare doesn't
the,
end there.
the Super
When
Mario, and I
someone
mean the
else on
classic and the
forum
original
returned to decode the text file,
Super Mario Brothers.
they discovered that it was instead an image. When they converted the text file to a JPEG,
So yeah,
they found a
oh
frightening
yeah, that
image.
face.
No one is entirely sure what the image is meant to represent. If the image was indeed
guy
a
never
murder
appears.
victim or a joke Easter egg,
I'm just you know,
the answer
standing on my teeth.
remains a mystery.
Number 6. What we have?
Polybius.
Polybius. Oh, this thing it just like
Polybius is a
let
theory
everyone,
that states that in the arcade
like,
age,
how can I
there
say
used
this?
to be an
Let
arcade
everyone
cabinet
fight.
called Polybius. People
Yeah.
wanted to play this game
This is the most
so
terrific
badly
game that I've never
that
seen
they
in my
formed
life.
lines and even
And everyone
pledged
fight
money
for
over
it. Oh
But
my
why
god,
did
my
the
phone.
people of Portland, New
the
Oregon
notification it got
want to
on.
play this game
Sorry.
so badly? According to the Creepypasta,
Oh, so
it is
someone
said
liked
that
my
this was a part
TikTok
of a
video.
series of experiments
I posted
done
a
by
brand
the
new one,
government
so yeah,
in the same vein as MK
go ahead and
Ultra.
check it out in the description.
Some of the side effects of playing this game
Not the video,
was
no,
close to
in
that
the
of
account of
LSD, which were
my
night terrors,
TikTok.
anxiety,
Then go to the last
insomnia,
video that I just posted.
headaches, seizures, and depression, or became anti-gaming activist after playing it. But
Okay,
the
from
story
here it
does
looks
not
so
end there.
weird. I mean, how can
The
a game
arcade
be having
owners claim
something
that
like
men
this?
in black suits came into the arcade and collected data from the cabinets.
Oh, they talked about the
This has
attack.
led people to theorize that the government may have had a large involvement.
Yeah, Bolivia still looks
It is
that
not
creepy.
that far off either,
I mean,
because the government made a deal with
it should,
Atari, the
like,
makers
it is
of
creepy as
Battlezone,
hell.
to help them make
But
a
not that
special
kind of creepy.
version to help them train troops.
I know
months
it's just
before
like a
Polybius
normal
came
game,
out,
but
which
at the
just
same time
adds
it's a
to the
puzzle game, so
possibility
yeah.
of government involvement. This theory
Why
has
does everyone
many
fight for
aspects
it?
to it, such as Polybius
thing
has
that I'm
been in the
confused.
Simpsons TV series, and the other possible theories that surround this game. Well, it just makes you
Omelette
think.
Arcade. Number 5. Yeah, I got Omelette Arcade. You have to follow
Lavender
me
Town
on Omelette
Syndrome.
Arcade. What is this?
When the first
Lavender
copies
Town.
of Pokemon Red and Green came out in Japan, children playing the
Yeah,
game
Lavender
would be
Town.
rushed to the hospital, and some
I
would
don't really
apparently
get the
commit
story about
suicide.
that game.
This was because of a certain musical
So,
theme
yeah.
that played when the player would reach Lavender Town,
I mean, everything
a dark
it's
town
like-
with a tower full of graves.
predictable.
The original
I'm gonna
Lavender
say.
Town theme music
But the game
was
looks
an
like
MIDI
kind of that interesting.
that was
but
run
not
on
that
2
kind of creepy.
channels called
I mean,
a
I don't know what's the
binaural
storyline
effect,
about this.
so that children wearing
But-
headphones would hear one thing out of one ear
Wait,
and one out of the other.
Oh, I forgot about this
The
one.
two would theoretically combine
Yeah,
the brain
now I
to
remember.
form
Now I
a
imagined
unique sound.
the story, how
The
it
way
looked
the
like.
theme's multiple channels ran together, many children in the range 7 to 12
Yeah, the same
received
sound.
migraine headaches. Eventually, it led to 4
Now I
deaths
know
in
what it
children
is.
wearing headphones for an extended period
Anyways,
of time.
Carry
These
on.
deaths were caused by brain swelling, a heart attack, and 2 pain-induced
I feel so
suicides. Quick action by
just
Nintendo
wanna play
Corporation
something.
and Game Freak got the product
I don't know, I
recalled
feel myself
within
I'm gonna
hours of
return on
news.
Minecraft and continue
They dithered
building
the track,
a
making
brand new
it single
house
tone.
that I'm
The
building
problems
right now.
caused by
So,
an unexpected
yeah,
psychological
after when I
effect
finish this,
have
after
not
when I
occurred
finish this
since.
video, this reaction, I'm gonna go ahead and doing the this theme song in my channel. And
Red Dead
Shadow
Redemption.
and the others, yeah. Alright, Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption by Rockstar has some very
Finally on number 4.
creepy
So 4 games
and
left.
deep quests
Come
and
on.
things that make you think. Red Dead Redemption has a few theories and some pretty creepy aspects about it. So let's start with a seemingly innocent newspaper that informs the player. The
Sorry, there
abandoned
was
town of
something on my
Tumbleweed
teeth. That's why
may
I'm
be
doing
haunted.
something like this.
And after a personal exploration of the mansion, I've heard some creepy things, such as footsteps, whispering, and a
Anyways.
door that closes and opens upon itself. I've seen some creepy shadows and a weird tethered up skinny horse, as well as a few coffins in the basement. Could
Yep.
there have been a murder here?
Yep.
Maybe there's some more to this story than we thought. Upon further investigation, the church's lights are left on at night.
I mean, yeah,
on
it
the
looks
altar,
that
there's a
interesting,
statement
but
written on the wood.
it looks very
devil
bored at the same time.
Has gotten into the beast.
To be fair, not to be rude,
Again,
but this
there
thing
must be
looks
more to what meets the
richly
eye in this
boring
creepy
as
town.
well. I mean,
But we've barely scratched the
reactions
surface
sometimes
of what
they
this
look
game has to
bored,
offer.
sometimes
So we must
they're
move
not
on.
that kind of bored because there's a
Now, at
lot
this
of
point,
interesting
if you do
stuff
not want
that can happen.
spoilers,
Alright, here we
end the
go,
video.
spoilers.
For those of you who don't mind, then let's begin.
Okay, about the Red Dead story.
There's a side quest in the game that is given to you by a mysterious stranger who claims to know you. This is important because in Red
Yeah,
Dead's
see, I watched
story,
this one.
John Marston is gunned down in a heart-wrenching way.
Got gunned down.
And after that's over,
And
you
then,
can see
like,
the graves of
3
John's
bullets.
wife, John's uncle, and John
3
Marston himself.
Graves.
3 bullets, and 3 graves.
Yep, he shot him 3
Makes you
times,
think,
but
doesn't it?
it didn't actually getting it any damaged, and it doesn't fall at all. Still continue walking, and he's not bleeding. Number 3,
Sonic.
Yep,
dot
Sonic DXE.
EXE.
Knew it. I beat you.
Sonic.exe
You're so
is
weak
one
as
of the
usual.
most famous and scariest creepypastas
Sonic
known among
DXE
the gaming
is
community.
Literally the
story
most
starts off with the player
ridiculous and the
Tom
most
receiving a
weakness
disc from his friend Kyle, who he had not
weakness
heard
character
from in several weeks.
of all the
It also
Sonic
contained a note
Creepypasta
saying,
history.
Destroyed the disc. I couldn't
Like,
get him. He was too fast for me.
He's a freaking
but due to being
sorry,
too
but
big of a
he's
Sonic fan, to
a
let
very
go of the
dumb
disc, he proceeds to
character
play it,
that I've
allowing his
never
worst
seen
nightmares
it
to
in my
come
whole
to
life.
fruition. The first thing he notices is when the first second when you press start, a twisted image of Sonic is seen with a dark gray sky and a blood red lake
Oh, the
with
Dark
the writing
Ages
Sega
seems so active right now.
666
Yeah.
in the lower right hand side.
I saw
As
that.
it continues,
Sega
Sonic tortures the
666.
player, taunting him with in-game levels, text,
So,
and gory dismemberment of poor woodland animals.
Tails, Knuckles.
The game
and
Sonic.exe
Robotnik
also
and
has a
AKA
fan-made
Eggman.
port, which
So,
just looks like
yeah.
how it is on the creepypasta described
And then
it.
the
It's also the
picture of
video that
Here's
you're
I Am
seeing
God.
now. But no known copy of the actual Sonic.exe exists.
Yeah, I'm always ready for him to fuck off. Sorry.
Earthbound.
Earthbound. Okay, this one.
Earthbound has a massive
It has a
fan base,
lot of
and it's
requests that I
apparent
think
why.
a bunch of people they
This
played this game.
NES game is considered a masterpiece by its fans.
But no one told
with
me about it,
funny, witty
so I
writing,
don't know if you want me
a
to play
lovable
it when
cast
I'm
of
just
characters,
grabbing
and
myself
its
a brand
innocent,
new
loving world, right?
PC.
Well,
I don't know what time
that's
that
until
I'm
you
gonna
get to the Gygas
try to
boss.
buy it.
At
Because
first
it's
you may notice
COVID-19,
that you're
so
walking up to
we
this
don't know what we
random
can
set
do.
of tubes, but after further inspection, it looks a lot like a woman's uterus.
Yeah.
This in itself is a rather huge change to the cute setting and the characters we are used to. But what we have seen so far
on
is
occasion.
not even the worst to come.
Because I feel very,
The
very
boss
lazy to
Gygas
clear it.
is freaking scary
Anyways,
as hell compared to
So
the
then
rest of the
Earthbound,
world.
and then the last one's
Now,
been
if we
drowned.
inspect it further, the negative space of the boss
Fetus.
actually looks like a fetus.
We know
And
about
there's
this
a
one.
reason for that. After an interview with the head developer of Earthbound, he said when he was a child,
Yeah.
he went to a movie theater and walked in
This
on
is
the
very
wrong
easy
movie.
solve.
The movie he
actually.
walked in on was none other than The Policeman and the Dismembered Beauty. According to the dev, this scared him, and it gave him the idea for this game. Even earlier in the game, you may notice
Way
that there's
too
a
bored
part
as
of
usual.
Earthbound where Ness is attacked by police officers. This actually mirrors a case in America, where police brutality was frequent and common.
Another notification
Overall,
from Omlet.
the Gygas being
Omelette
an
Arcade
aborted
just,
fetus
you
and
know,
all
telling
the
me to
creepy
search for
imagery
new
that is
friends to
seen
play with.
is supposed
But I
to
just
tell
say,
the tale of how
if you have
Ness and the
Omelette
developer
Arcade,
lost
make
their
sure that you can
innocence as a
just
child
follow
so
me.
early on by
My
being
account is right in the
thrown
description
into a
below.
cruel and unjust world.
So yeah.
This is why it continues to scare gamers to this day. And
Finally, number one,
the
been
number
drowned.
one
Jesus Christ.
creepypasta. Ben Drowned.
Yep. You are just
The
having a
Ben
bunch of
Drowned
stuff.
creepypasta
Of Legend
has
of
a
Zelda.
unique feature to it.
And,
This
well, I
creepypasta
originally never
has
played
actual
Legend of Zelda in my
footage of
whole
the
life.
game and a
Never.
story that connects the videos together.
I think. Or I think I
While the
played the
gameplay
original.
shows the footage
and I mean
of the
the oldest
glitchy
Legend of
and
Zelda
messed up
in
Nintendo
NES.
64, the
I think, I don't
creepypasta
know.
explains the player's
Can't remember.
reactions and how he
Anyways.
felt with the haunted Majora's Mask cartridge. This is by
Yeah.
far one of the scariest creepypastas out there, with its format of WMV and the fact that it's hard to tell if it's fake or not,
Yeah, so
as well
Link,
as the overwhelming evidence that suggests it's
Um,
real, makes it extremely hard to tell. Another fact that adds more realism to
The
this
Ben Drowned
creepypasta
appears.
is that if you ask
And
Cleverbot
then
if
Link
he
should
knows
run.
what happened to Ben, sometimes he responds with Ben
Cleverbot.
Drowned or other
Cleverbot
generally
looks so
creepy
old to
things.
play.
This leaves
I
and
mean, to
begs the
use.
question:
I
was
was
that
gonna use,
cartridge really cursed? Did Ben really drown?
What was the
And
name?
is he really out there today? That's for you.
Oh yeah,
the
I was
reader
gonna
to
use,
decide. And that's why it makes our list.
the Cleverbot. I was gonna wanna use the Eevee bot, yeah. You know, Eevee from that. Anyways, there you have it, everyone. The top 22 gaming creepypasta, and I can't be scared of that because this one looks very, very bored.
I
mean,
top videos
it looks
would like
creepy.
to wish all of you a
I don't
happy,
feel them
safe, but
Like-
mostly scared-filled Halloween.
scared in those days. Anyways, yeah, that's the end of the reaction. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you lived today. Leave a like, subscribe, and comments, and I'll see you at the next video.
Tyrants of defiance